What's up YouTube, Speed Player A here, and I'm here with another live deck review. I haven't done one of these in quite a while actually, so I thought I'd do one. This is a deck that I made on Trade Cards Online originally, and it's just been sitting there and I hadn't used it yet, so I thought I might as well make a video and explain how it works. So this is a water deck. I call it Liquid Teamwork because it's a 5-tribe deck, so Underworlder, Stalgar's Mutation, 2 Overworlders, Somnort, Narthoa, Captain, Klenka, Avenger for Danian, Zenith of the Hive, Como for Impedian, and Nunkhorn for Marillion, and cast most of your music. And so the way this deck works is, so it's Arthoa, so obviously I'm running stats coupled with water because of visibility. Somnort defends, Nunkhorn, Arthoa, and Stelgar. Somnort has the Orb of Unda, and so I really like this gear. I gave it to him mostly because I couldn't think of anything else, because he doesn't have enough courage for an Evergreen Tunic. I don't have a Phoenix Belt. This is really all I could give him. And so, Orb of Unda's ability is you can sacrifice it, and then the equipped creature gains a music counter, and if they have water, which Somnort does, right there, then you can heal 10 energy, and so that's good. Captain Arthoa has a bi-motorcycle. You're going to sacrifice it and give either Klenka or Como range and swift, although Como already has it, so I might want to give it to Klenka. You can give him an Azea Mind Probe if you want, but the strategy of this deck is just kind of attack, 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 make your opponent as weak as possible. So that's Stelgar VM. So this mutation has a Weightless Energy Vessel. And then he's in the back because his ability is at the end of each turn, put a growth counter on Stelgar. And then for Stelgar has an additional 10 energy and 10 in all disciplines for each growth counter on him. So the basic idea of this deck is you want to take as many turns as possible, take as long as possible, which means that Stelgar will get as many growth counters on him as possible. And then his energy will go up for each growth counter, his stats will grow up for each growth counter, and then eventually he'll be a super tank with 100 plus in every stat, 100 plus energy, and then you just keep rolling to victory, and then you won't even need support because he's going to win all the stat checks by himself. Nunkhorn has the Muse's Tuning Fork, since it's a 5-tribe deck. Some Narthoa have counters, but he's going to cast your heavier cost music. Don't fight with him if you can. But if you have to fight with him, see if you can get him down to 3 counters, then he'll return. So that's good. Como has the Shard of the Staunch to give him water. I gave him the Shard of the Staunch and not the Orcus Hunting, just because it starts face up. That's always good. In case you even want Somnort to defend him, that you can also do that. Como's abilities are Invisibility, Disarm. He has air. You don't use air in this deck. Doesn't matter. This is maxed energy Como, 70 energy. Range and swift, so he's good for getting to the back line, and then on the off chance you're fighting a Danian Noble, you can strike 20. Klenka Avenger is in here because his ability is when you control an Overworlder, when Klenka deals damage to the first attack each combat, he gains energy equal to the damage dealt. So as long as you don't deal 0 damage on your first attack, you're going to gain extra energy, and then I gave him an Evergreen Tunic since his courage is 100, so he'll be up to 70 already. Okay, let's do locations. So the locations are pretty standard, stat boosting and water mostly. So 1 Gorham's Briefing, Initiative Courage, so this is a 5-tribe army, so you're going to gain 25 energy and 25 in all stats when you have 5 tribes. Lake Canopo Ritual Site is just to protect against losing your elements, so Servant of Vani won't affect you. If your opponent wants to gain an element, then they won't be able to. This doesn't affect Como's gear because it starts face up, so it doesn't work. Elementalist decks, the Elementalist Pauldrons won't work if they flip face up. Stuff like that. The North Range is just so in case you lose a creature, Nunkhorn's Tuning Fork will still work. Same with Klenka if you happen to lose both your Overworlders, which I don't think you will. You can also put the Mirage down, and then that can also be useful for Gorham's Briefing. Actually, hang on a second. I have another Gorham's Briefing for same thing. 2 Storm Tunnel Floodings, to make all your attacks count as water attacks, so whenever you deal damage, Nuncorn will gain counters. Chime Grid, put your counter on Nuncorn or Stelgar. Method of Mirage, just for the annoying effect, and then you can make the battles last a bit longer in case somebody has to move into a spot. Brawler's Burrow, for getting your attacks back, you gain Outperform all disciplines, so your stat attacks will deal more damage. And then Rope Sack Condensation Ceremony, to protect from any decks that don't have water, so then they can't use their Mudrik. Now for my Mudrik. So I'm running every type but Marillion, because you don't really need any kind of Marillion help in this deck. So I've got Harmonics of Water, for getting water returned to you, or if you need water 5. Arthoa can cast that. Song of Stasis is just to prevent a creature from attacking, so if they're gonna, if there's a heavy hitter and they're gonna attack an Nuncorn and you don't think you're gonna win a battle if you have to defend with Somnort, you can do that, or if somebody is gonna jump all the way back and you don't want to deal with that. Iflar's Improvisation is to be used for, well, Stelgar has the Weightless Energy Vessel, so he can't be targeted by any music. So you can't use Harmonics on him, you can't use the Iflar's Improvisation on him. So this is actually coupled with Klenka, because then he gets Strike 30, so his first attack deals an additional 30, therefore he gains an additional 30 energy. So if you use this, then he will be at least 100 energy if you attack first. Adaptive Progression is a Dani Mudrik, I really like it. Obviously we can't spine Nuncorn, so it's 2 cost, negate target elemental attack, which means that it deals no damage and has no effects, so Apocalypse or Elemental Oxidation, things like that. Or Super Cooled Rain would be annoying. And then I've got the Underworld Refrain of Denial, to cast by Nuncorn or Stelgar if he has a counter. You can dispel an Overworld or generic Mudrik, and then I have the Overworld Refrain of Denial, just for dispelling any Mudrik you want. Attacks. So, like I said, the attacks are mostly water supportive, and stat checks with Arthoa. So, Burning Rain for 5 water damage. Traditionalist Charge for stat. This will deal extra damage in Brawler's Burrow, and you can gain energy and deal some damage. Inner Flood, move counter on or off Nuncorn, onto Stelgar, or off one of your opponent's creatures, say Interest Nature Force or Copon High Mage. To Ghost Gouge for water and stat damage. One Synaptic Acceleration, deal some 15 damage, and you get to draw and discard a card. I've got 2 Meditative Leaps, same deal, but 10 damage, draw and discard a card. You can move around, counter. Mega Roar for 40 damage, stat check. After a few turns, Stelgar's stats will be able to do this on their own, so you won't need Arthoa, but everyone else needs Arthoa. Fluid Flame, in case you need your water back. Aftermath Feint, draw and discard 2 if you lose. Outfreeze and Mineral Mayhem. Outfreeze for water damage, and in case you need to boost your Wisdom for whatever reason. Mineral Mayhem is just for Stern Favani decks, plus Klenka can deal the earth damage. 2 Flood Force here for 15 water damage piece. Incessant Wave for 20 damage, and it's water, you get stats. Mind Strike, same deal, water stats. Requestant Swirl for 10 water damage. Primal Smash for just 20 damage. And then Invader's Tactics for 15 damage into your opponent location, and you get water damage. If you want to run 2 Invader's Tactics, then you can sub out Primal Smash, which I don't recommend you do. So yeah, guys, this is the deck. Good teamwork. You can vote on it on Trade Cards Online. It's already up on Trade Cards Online. I'll put the link below in the description, so if you want to do that. Please leave your comments. I always love to hear from you guys. I haven't tested this deck out yet, so as soon as I play it, I probably will need to make some modifications just to see how it goes. But yeah, guys, that's my deck. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to hit that thumbs up if you enjoy this video. Yeah, peace, be play it.